Hey guys, this is the PS3 review of Modern Warfare 2, and I'm going to be doing this on Only Easy Day It Was Yesterday. Okay, let's first talk about graphics. Graphically, this game is one of the most advanced games on the PS3 right now. It runs very smooth and it processes very well. This is campaign. We'll talk about campaign first. The controls are the classic Call of Duty, which I think are the best preset controls for any FPS. The campaign story takes place directly after COD4 Modern Warfare, so I know a lot of the original fans are going to love that. In fact, I love it. I think it's a very excellent in-depth campaign. Gameplay has definitely made a few new advances. I know a lot of people had trouble with knifing people with the melee. That's definitely been pretty much fixed and replaced, both campaign and multiplayer. The physics of this game are phenomenal. For example, throwing a grenade uphill will cause it to roll down and completely backfire. Physics like that make this incredible. It gives you the ultimate experience. And here's a new factor, is the breaching ability. I actually messed this one up so that you guys can see it from both perspectives. What it is it's basically the first-person slow-motion concept of quickly taking out all enemies. I failed this on purpose so you can see it from both sides. Each side is different, but it's definitely a new concept that's added to this game. I think it's very neat. It comes up in several missions. It also comes up in Spec Ops, which we will talk about shortly after this. Audio-wise, the sound of this game is no different than any Call of Duty, I feel. The music is not impressive. Then again, it never really was. It's nothing unique. Let's talk about Spec Ops, since I mentioned that previously. Spec Ops is this game's version of co-op. It's two-player co-op. It also has single-player missions that you can play by yourself, which isn't really too fun. I wouldn't recommend it. As split screen or over PSN. The problem with over PSN is that you can only play it with someone on your friends list. You cannot do a matchmaking search for some guy and just play Spec Ops. It has to be a buddy. I find that to be a little bit of a downfall. I know a lot of people don't really have friends because they're losers, and it's not really a good way of finding them. Spec Ops definitely did hit it on the head with previous missions that are playable and new ones that are completely unique. I think Spec Ops is what the COD series needed for multiplayer. Multiplayer matchmaking is the same as it's always been. However, they fixed the fact that if the host leaves, the server does not shut down. The game remains open and it only pauses and finds a new host. That was a big problem with games like World at War and stuff like that. World at War definitely had a lot of matchmaking problems. This game does not. In fact, I wouldn't compare this game to any other Call of Duty because none of them compare. Talking about multiplayer, the multiplayer is, I'd say, half the reason to purchase this game. I have never witnessed a single problem with multiplayer. There's titles to unlock, emblems to unlock. The customization of weapons is phenomenal, and I cannot honestly think of one thing wrong with multiplayer. The matchmaking, the game modes, everything just is fantastic. Since we're coming near to this, to the end of this video, I'd like to go ahead and explain to everyone who has never seen these before. I rate games on 2 scales. I believe that a perfect game would be a game that appeals to everybody, and like 20% of the population has never even touched a video game. So to me, there's no such thing as a perfect game. I like to rate games on a awesome scale because it's fucking awesome, and a shit scale because every game has shit in it. I'm gonna do the shit scale first. To be honest, I'm gonna give this game a 2 out of 5 on the shit scale. A solid 2 out of 5 on the shit scale, only because it's really repetitive. Even though the multiplayer is great, it's not really nothing new to the to the game in general. It's nothing new to the franchise. The multiplayer's always been the same. There's add-ons, but it's not impressive. On the awesome scale, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 4 out of 5, which is a near perfect. I don't remember if I've ever given a game that high of a score on the awesome scale before. But this is a very near perfect game. Graphics, controls, everything feels perfect. So I would definitely recommend purchasing this game if you have the extra money. Thanks for watching.